How's it going? Don't you just love multiplayer games? Don't you love getting on and getting bodied by somebody who's using another program to beat you? Isn't that fun? I think it's super fun. In fact, I torture myself every day doing the same thing over and over and over again, hoping that something will change. Unfortunately, there is a new trend that has emerged. Something once confined mainly to the realm of single player games, where players could use cheat codes to gain an advantage, or simply have some extra fun. Now, cheating has infiltrated the multiplayer gaming world. So yeah, cheating in video games has been around since the earliest of days of gaming, but it was generally considered harmless fun. It was something you did after you beat the game. Players used to use cheat codes to unlock special abilities or skip levels, enhancing their gaming experience without affecting anyone else. However, as multiplayer gaming has grown in popularity, so has the prevalence of cheating. And cheating in multiplayer games really has been around since the advent of it. If we look back at multiplayer gaming at a LAN party, you'd always have that one rat who would screen peek. I, of course, was a filthy little rat growing up and loved to screen cheat, and that got me killed every single time I tried to do it because I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. And a lot of these cheats nowadays are exactly that. They're just a little bit of information. It gives you a little bit of an edge. But that little bit ruins the integrity of gaming for everybody. Players now use various tools and techniques to gain unfair advantages over their opponents. These methods range from simple exploits to in-game code to very more nefarious, sophisticated third-party software that allows players to be seen through walls or automatically aim their weapons, wall hacks, aimbot, and if somebody has a program that does one, it probably most likely does the other. I have talked to people who are actively cheating in Modern Warfare right now, and they say they do it for the thrill of it. And I laugh at it every single time. So, you like wasting your time, and you like ruining somebody else's day? Or is it that you feel that you need to gain an edge to compete against more skilled players because you are not skilled enough? Because if that is the case, why are you in my lobby? Cheating in my lobby. I'm garbage. And if you are pulling out that crap in a lobby where the KDs are like 0.8, 0.9, you're just playing yourself. And don't tell me that you are using the cheats as a form of protest against poor balancing, unfair skill-based matchmaking, and spawns. That to me sounds like you are making up an excuse. And if we're talking about cheating, let's talk about the ramifications of cheating and how devastating of an impact it has on the gaming community that you are in. It undermines the competitive spirit of online games, leading to frustration and anger among players who feel like their hard work and skill are being negated by cheaters. This ultimately leads to what we see today: decreased player engagement and loss of trust in the game developers, ultimately harming the gaming industry as a whole. Now, we've seen that game developers have taken steps to combat cheating in their games, such as implementing an anti-cheat software and banning players who are caught cheating. However, these measures are often reactive and can only do so much to stop determined cheaters. The gaming community also plays a role in fighting cheating by reporting suspicious behavior and fostering a culture of fair play. And that right there, at its core, is why Call of Duty's dead. How can you love and support something that is so rigged? There are so many closet cheaters in Call of Duty that it takes so many steps to even consider the game at a competitive level. There are so many people that are just adding to the problem because all of these developers of cheat software are now developing them so that they can be stream safe. They're hidden from recording programs. And if you're good enough skill-wise, but bad enough aiming, you mix those together, you might be able to, maybe I can make it look like I'm good, blah, blah, blah. No. Every single time somebody says that, they try to make it look good, try to make it look real, you can tell immediately. every single time. And you'll have Warzone streaming pros who they've been doing it for years now, so they've gotten so good at hiding it because they just play the game and the game plays itself now. And their army of people following them, they believe that their streamer is telling the truth when they say that they're not cheating. Oh, it's so consistent. He's been so consistent over the years. Yeah, that's because he's been cheating the entire time. If you look on YouTube, if you look on Facebook, if you look on Twitch, if you look on TikTok, all of these platforms have people blatantly cheating nowadays, not even trying to hide it. My favorite is the people who are decent at the game, but they complain that people are calling them out for cheating because they're using macros. Oh, I'm only using Steam input, or better yet, DS4 Windows to get my controller set up, right? I only have it set up so my back paddles are macroed to hell for everything. If I pull the trigger, it automatically switches to my knife, or better yet, automatically crouching and drop shotting every time I pull the trigger. Yeah, those are real macros. Those are things that people have bound to the back of their controllers or bound to a specific face button. And they'll say, oh, it's just changing the game so that I'm competing with people who can play on a keyboard and mouse because they can press multiple buttons at once. The problem is, the game already has those settings built in for you to automatically do on a keyboard, the same way that you do on a controller. There is no inherent advantage besides the precision of a mouse. I'm still pressing buttons, I'm still doing the same actions that you are, except mine don't happen every single time I push a button. I have to push all of the buttons in the right order. See, unlike most people who use these programs, I know what they do. I know how to make them do what they do, because I like to poke around. I like to see what things are doing. I like to see what's happening, because the more you know, the more you see. And I'm not one to go and sit and call anybody out. I will let them do that themselves, because one day they will slip up and something will be shown on their screen to their stream. And that's a day ruiner for sure. Like top 10 day ruiners. Lost my job because I was fucking around and I just found out. So yeah, if you have a trained eye, you might be able to spot a couple things that people gloss over. But it's crazy that we're in a state of gaming where you can't tell who's cheating and who's not. You can tell the rage hackers apart from everybody else, but even they go weeks without getting banned. And players who don't cheat are getting false bans in very rare cases, most of them being shadow bans. My assumption, anytime I jump into a game nowadays, though, is that the guy who shot me from across the map isn't good, he's cheating. Because when you go and look at the kill cam or whatever happens, you are a single pixel on your own monitor, and he's able to headshot you from there. 400 or 500 meters away. It's possible. It's definitely doable, but very improbable. And for it to happen all the time in Warzone now is kind of ridiculous. I could probably rant about this for hours, but I'm not going to bore you with it. I'm about done. I think that cheating is abhorrent. I don't like cheaters. I'm tired of them. And yeah, this is Warm Sponge signing out. Hoping that I can play games with my buddies and not have to worry about getting one shot. Peace.